Hey there, and welcome back to the Few Show. I'm joined by Heinz Sohm of Famosos. He's a tech lover with more than 8 years of experience creating and developing tech products. He's a co-founder of Famosos, a fast-growing startup with more than 5 million US dollars in funding. They're a marketplace where fans and businesses can buy personalized video messages from Latin celebrities. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the invitation, David.
So how long ago was it when you first got this idea, and when was it did you actually start building it?
Well, it all started because my co-founder got a present from his wife now. It was his girlfriend by then, and he got this message from Kevin Yukilis, and he was so excited about it that the month later, when he wanted to buy a present for his dad, he entered into this site and scrolled and searched for a celebrity that might be someone that his father can relate with, but he didn't find anyone.
Hmm.
So he thought, like, okay, there's an opportunity here because we Latins, we like kind of like the same kind of celebrities and the same famosos. Um, and he had the network, but he didn't have much of experience building tech by then.
Hmm.
Um, so he started to talk with a bunch of people, and after talking with several people, we met, and he told me about the idea, and I was like, "Hey, this is really cool, but I don't know how to get any celebrity, but I do know how to create product. So if you like can get us the celebrities, then we can move forward."
And
So yeah,
what year was this?
this was in August 2019.
Okay. Oh wow, just a few months before COVID.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, and I was in Bogota by then, and then I just took a flight to Miami to meet him, and we did an MVP in Shopify with one Venezuelan singer that is a friend of Andres, my co-founder, and we sold 10 videos of Victor Munoz in under 10 hours, and it was like, okay, yeah, there's something interesting here. uh, let's start building this product.
How'd you market a new Shopify store that quickly?
Well, we leverage from the social network of the celebrity.
Gotcha.
So
I see. I see.
yeah, essentially he did a story on Instagram, and that's how we got the traffic
Okay.
to the site. Yeah. And then we were like, okay, we need to test if this works in scale. So we started to create a network of celebrities. We wanted to be a Latin network and not a single country or a single category. So we started to search for celebrities in every content creator space. And we got like the idea. So by December, we want to have at least 50 celebrities. And we got 67, and we launched our first MVP of the product of the network with those celebrities. And after that, we started like to test things and to see what was working, what wasn't working, and we ended up redesigning most of the product until we did second launch by June 2020 in COVID with 400 celebrities.
So wait, how do you get the attention of a celebrity? I feel like in America, if you DM the celebrity, you get into silence in return.
Yeah, it's a persistence game.
Okay.
Like we literally we don't. believe that our job is done until our Instagram account is blocked. We send as many DMs as necessary in order to get our account blocked.
Okay.
um, and eventually we get responses, and now we have a lot of inbound requests to join into our platform, and there's a lot of referrals from celebrity that refer other celebrities.
So when you started, did you manually write all these emails and send them yourself, or did you use like software to automate some of the like cadences?
No, our first celebrities were mostly via Instagram. So we manually did a lot of DMs. Uh, yeah, and we leveraged from our own networks and see, yeah, whatever we can get, you know.
Hmm, that's mind blowing to me. That you can just DM a bunch of celebrities and you have a pretty good response rate. Do you know how many you might have messaged out for you to get those, call it first batch of 66, 67?
Yeah, probably a couple of hundreds.
Okay.
But Well, what we did is that we did a strategy where we focused on creating credibility in our Instagram account. So our own Instagram account, by the time that we got the first 67 celebrities, had like 12,000 followers, something like that. And right now we are over 65,000.
Hmm. And do you know how many of these of your or I guess these celebrities who join your platform now are coming from referral based channels versus outbound based channels?
I think that might be 80-20, where 80 is outbound. Uh, yeah, right now most of our celebrities are outbound reachable.
Okay. Are you the first marketplace that's like Cameo like in the Latin America market?
Well, no, we're not the first. There are a bunch of other marketplaces that are trying to do the same, but with a more localized approach, maybe targeting a single country. And there are several things that we find that they were not as appealing for the customer.
Hmm.
Is for example, several of these platforms charge the same amount for every celebrity.
I see.
So yeah, so there's no like differentiation, and it doesn't feel like something that is legit, you know. Um, and yeah, but by now there are several other platforms in Mexico, in Argentina, in Chile, that are doing something similar to what we're doing.
So what do you think compels someone to join your platform versus another?
Probably are the network effects, in the sense that if you see other Grammy award and you have a Grammy, then it makes sense for you to join a platform. If there are no, if in that platform there's no, there's not a single Grammy award, it's gonna be hard for you
Okay.
to accept, you know. So it's more of the celebrities that we bring on, like kind of set the bar of who we might be able to welcome in. Um, so we're always trying to aim higher and to try to get like the next bar of celebrities.
And
Because yeah, because essentially what we want is to feel that this feels like, why aren't you in Famosos? Like,
okay. Is there for the people who buy these personalized video messages, are they almost exclusively from the audience that these celebrities already have, or are they like cross-pollinated between I guess different audiences of all the celebrities combined?
it's cross-pollinated.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, like most celebrities benefit from other celebrities talking about the platform.
Hmm.
So every time that an influencer talks about Famosos, the other members of the platform benefit because they might relate with others.
It's kind of an interesting marketplace model where you just need to attract one side of the marketplace, and those people naturally kind of pull the demand with them.
Yeah, correct,
So I
correct.
imagine as an entrepreneur, and I guess I've taken a look at your LinkedIn as well, I've seen that you've founded other companies in the past. You must have had a lot of ideas, and you must have chosen this one as the best one to execute on. Can you explain why you thought this was like probably the best idea?
Well, it has several things that like are really interesting for me as a founder. Well, first, it's the growth rate. And this is something that we have seen the exponential growth ourselves, like the hockey stick that you see in the textbooks, like you can actually see it. And yeah, it's really exciting, like to see that every week you are outperforming yourself, and
Hmm.
every week you're growing, and every week something interesting is happening. So it's something that is exciting. It's a space that right now is growing. Like um, kids nowadays, they want to be Instagrammers or TikTokers. Like they don't want to be
Right.
astronauts, you know. So this is something that is naturally like with a wave that we are surfing right now. And the unit economics are great. Like with the same infrastructure, we can do one video or 1 million or 1 billion videos. Like we do, it's not more work for us if we sell more videos. Uh, because we have the tech in place and everything is automated. So yeah, we just need to focus on nurturing the marketplace and keeping the celebrities happy and thinking on new ways on how the celebrities might monetize.
One of the challenges that comes to my mind as you scale this business, or at least tell me if I'm wrong, is the fact that there's just more points of communication you have to handle. For example, if you had like call it like 5 million celebrities and someone wants to, I guess, pay or buy a personalized video message, you need to make sure that that celebrity is making the time in their day to make those videos in a relatively timely manner. Is that something that you face?
Yes, yes, we do. We do, although most of our celebrities respond to the push notification once they get the request. So yeah, we right now we have like a 95% record rate. And for us, if a video is not recorded in the first week, we just believe that it's not gonna be recorded. And we do like a special treatment with the celebrity to see if they're interested or if they're not interested anymore
Hmm.
in being part of the platform.
Okay. Is that a common occurrence? Do you have you had to kick off people off the platform in the past?
Yes, we had, but it's not that common. Uh,
So I've also noticed in your past, you've also founded other companies. Can you talk about some of them and what you've learned from them?
yeah, yeah, for sure. Probably the most notable one, it's called Ropeo, or it was called Ropeo by then. We were Stitch Fix for Latam. Um, it was a great experience. We got into Y Combinator, and after we got into Y Combinator, we started to grow like really fast. But something about the model in Ropeo is that we needed to have a lot of inventory at hand.
I see.
So it was really costly to operate. So essentially, in order to sell more, we required a lot of capital. in order to operate. So it was something that was going to be unsustainable
Hmm.
in the future. So my co-founders and I decided that that model was probably not the best, and we talked with the investors and we said we're not doing this anymore. Uh, we want to stop and think what to do, and we changed from Stitch Fix from Latam to a what is now called Symmetric. Symmetric is essentially a tool that automates bank reconciliation. So financial teams can identify missing transactions between different uh, yeah, sources of information. Yeah,
That
so
sounds really different.
yeah, it was like um, a really hard pivot, but yeah, it was a model that made more sense for us in the sense that with the same tech we could scale easily.
Hmm. And, and what was your experience in Y Combinator like?
Well, I didn't have the chance to be in the actual um, like the actual San Francisco experience because I was operating Ropeo, so I was
Gotcha.
trying to handle changing of office every week and seeing how to deliver the exponential amount of orders that we were getting. Um, but the program is amazing. uh, the mentors and the way that the partners like help you to think things through, and the office hours are something that is just amazing. And the network of founders is a really tight knot. Uh, and it's really helpful. We have WhatsApp groups where we collaborate and we find resources and we share stuff. And yeah, and nowadays I leverage from that groups for some things in Famosos as well.
Hmm. What are some of the lessons you've learned from those both the reconciliation business as well as the Stitch Fix like business, and how much of that do you carry into your experience here at Famosos?
Well, the first is that you have to test things fast, and you don't have to like build a product. Like, don't waste time building something that you don't know if it's gonna work or not. Like, just like try as lean as possible. And that learning, I think that was something that's really powerful for Famosos because we managed to test if the model was going to work or not, like really cheap. Yeah, in previous experiences, I have developed apps and platforms and things prior to testing it with actual customers, and that is the worst mistake that you can ever make.
So for the business that was like Stitch Fix, how much inventory did you need to buy to get started, and how much did you have to, I guess, front up in terms of capital before you can get like a payback from consumers?
Yeah, it was. Uh, well, for each customer, we send a box with over $300 in clothes, and around 40% of the box was actually a purchase. So for every um, 80 bucks, we needed 200 bucks in order
I see.
to make the sale. Uh, and yeah, and it was growing, and then there was people that was late with their boxes, and so that was inventory that you could that you
Hmm.
couldn't use anymore. until they get it back. So yeah, the operation was getting really messy, and we were not at like a massive scale. Uh, by the time we were doing 5,000 deliveries per month. Uh, but yeah, the the intensity of delivering 5,000 boxes was tough.
And when you first got started, did you buy each individual, I guess the package material, the package clothes as in bulk, or did you buy it individually and then ship it out to the customer?
Well, we did a lot of hacks, and
Okay.
the shop owners hated us. Yeah, for example, like there was like this program in H&M where you can like you could take three. I don't remember if it was three or five clothing items, and if you like donate the 5 items, then you will get 20% discount.
I see.
So so we were like with our old t-shirts and then 20% discount, and we bought like 10 or 20 thousand dollars.
Did they contact you about that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they they changed their policy after that. Like 1 week later, new policy.
That must be an interesting
Yeah,
phone call.
they capped the amount of the transaction. Not really.
I love hearing these stories. It's always so funny to see what people do to like make the unit economics of their businesses work out.
Yeah, yeah. No, and we had like we had to find our ways. Yeah, because YC was pressuring us like you have to have better unit economics. So we were like, how we can do it. Yeah.
What else did they teach you about unit economics?
Um, well, to understand what to include and what not to include.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but essentially, like you should include everything that you need to spend in order to get the product delivered. And you just get like what you get, the revenue that you get from the selling your product, and everything that you need to spend. You divide it by the amount of units that you sell.
Were you the team member who applied for YC, or did you just join the team after someone else on your team applied for you?
No, I joined the team after the application, after the
Gotcha.
acceptance actually.
Okay.
We were sharing office space by the time, so I was really involved with them. But yeah, but they applied. But then Andres and we applied to Y Combinator 3 times. We got 2 interviews. Well, actually, we applied 4 times and we got 3 interviews. And the last time we just closed our seed round, so we decided not to go to the interview.
Hmm. Dang, that's a lot of application attempts.
Yeah, yeah, we're really persistent.
So I think persistence is a critical key trait for entrepreneurs. How were you always a persistent person?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, but I think that's something that it's more like a habit. Uh,
I see.
it's something that you can learn.
Do you have favorite resources that you use to, I guess, to learn about what it's like to be an entrepreneur and how to like think about being an entrepreneur?
Well, I think that there are several really good resources over there. Like YC has really good literature about it. Andreessen Horowitz has really good literature about it. Uh, Ben Horowitz has really good books that like teach you really valuable lessons. And then yeah, there are frameworks that I like. For example, the discipline entrepreneurship from MIT. I think that is a really good framework.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I was looking through your background and I read through an article about how you're trying to scale a team from almost to doubling from like roughly what, 20 something to 40 something in the span of a few months. Is that right?
Yeah.
How large is your team now?
Right now we're 35.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you choose your first team members and how did you know what roles did you want to hire for?
Well, I have been lucky enough to work with a lot of people in the past. So our core team were people that used to work for me or with me in the past.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So I have like a really close friendship with my first employees in Famosos. Uh, they were with me in other startups in the past. Yeah.
Okay. How about
Yeah.
so out
So
of the
people that I
35, how
trust.
many did you personally know and from a previous working experience?
Well, right now 10,
Okay.
but yeah, yeah, 10.
So as you start to hire people that you didn't have prior, I guess, interactions with, what are some of the traits that you look for to make sure that someone's a good fit for the team?
Well, we created something that we call Cultura de Líderes with my co-founder. It was an exercise where we wrote our core values
Hmm.
and the things and the traits that we would see in a team member that we wanted to join into Famosos. But something that is really important for us is that we hire people that we can trust they're going to do their job without needing someone to supervise them. So we want people that are highly motivated and that they can regulate themselves and that they know what they have to do and how to do it. Yeah.
And what would you ask during an interview to find that out?
I think that there's like a specific question. Uh, Probably it's more like speaking with the person and asking for prior experiences and prior projects and problems with one of those projects and how do they manage to solve it.
Gotcha.
Um yeah, I like to hear from their stories and how they approach things.
So how have you translated your personal core values into business core values?
I think they're really related. Um, yeah, yeah, they're like my personal and my co-founders' values are really related to what we translated into our document, our
Hmm.
cultura de líderes. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. And is that something you had consensus on amongst your early team members? Is that how you built it?
Yeah, yeah, we built it. Andres and I we wrote the document, and then with the founding team or like the first employees, we revisited the the initial document and we added some things that they believed that were important. And yeah, this document is in constant evolution. Probably once every 3 or 4 months, we
Hmm.
try to revisit it and to uh, thinking what to do. And something that we do is that once someone enters into the Famosos family, we ask them to read the Cultura de Líderes and to um, make it part of their DNA.
Okay. How long is the document?
2 pages.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Taking a step back, what would you say is the core motivation that drives you to do all the things that you do?
Well, I like to create impact. For me, something that is important and that motivates me is creating something that is capable of bringing opportunities to the most kind of people,
Hmm.
uh, to a broad audience.
Hmm.
Mm, and something particular that I really like about Famosos is that we have managed to create emotions and to create experiences that I didn't imagine at first. For example, we have seen several marriage proposals
Huh.
through our platform, and that's something that's really like heart feeling. Like,
Yeah,
wow, um, we built something that potentially uh, contributed to the yes, you know. Uh, of course, it's not
for sure.
it's not the reason why we are married, but it did something. At least it was a special moment for them, and creating special moments and seeing how the celebrities react to the requests and how the fans react to the requests. It's really amazing.
Hmm.
And then like seeing that this is a legit like business generation for the celebrities is awesome. Like uh, yeah, there we have several celebrities that are making a lot of money with us and with our product, and yeah, it's cool. Like all the impact that that's making. Potentially, they are hiring people thanks of the
Hmm.
income that they're generating via Famosos.
Hmm.
And
Maybe this is too forward looking, but let's say we were to fast forward into the future where every celebrity in Latin America was on your platform. What's the next big thing uh, in terms of the roadmap?
well, we want the to enable the access to the celebrities. So we want to be on everything that's related with the celebrities, from an offline experience to a video message. So if you want a celebrity to go to your marriage party, then you can hire through Famosos. And if you want to, and if you're opening a club and you want a celebrity to show up for a few minutes, you can do it through Famosos.
Hmm.
Uh, we want to, yeah, create every experience that is imaginable uh, with the content creators.
Is there anything you for like any given day, like what does it take for you to feel at the end of the day that you had a good day, that you accomplished something?
Well, every day is a great day.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, every day cool things happens. Either we signed a celebrity that is exciting for us, or we cracked a new feature that we're going to launch, uh, or we hired someone that we were looking for, and it appears. Yeah, so every day it's a good day.
You mentioned before we started recording how you're currently in Spain. How much travel do you do for this business?
Well, with COVID, it's kind of hard. I'm starting, but yeah, not that much. Like we are a remote first company. We don't have office spaces anywhere, and we plan to keep it that way. Um, So yeah, my co-founder and I we travel where there's an opportunity to speak with someone that might help the company.
Do you have any special tactics or strategies that you use internally to open more doors as it relates to Famosos' growth?
Well, we believe that everything it's a numbers game. Like If you want to connect with someone, then you need to connect with as much people as possible that know that someone,
Hmm.
and eventually you will open that door.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it's not like if that person doesn't respond directly, then you can find ways to uh, get in contact with that person.
I recognize you're a little less than 2 years into this business. What are some things that you wish you knew from the very beginning?
Oof, that's a tough question. Yeah, well, probably uh, some legal specifics on agreements with certain type of celebrities and certain type of managing agencies that like it's not something that you can find in Wikipedia. It's more on once you hit the wall, you find that you're not doing things as you're supposed to.
Are you talking
Uh,
about legal and compliance, or you're talking about like like I guess like arbitrary disputes between your company and the agencies that these celebrities work under?
uh, more on the compliance
Okay.
side and on the on how to elaborate the agreements with the celebrities that yeah there are the way that they're supposed to be.
It
There
must be a
are
major challenge
probably
as many influencers you want on your platform.
yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. It's really, really challenging, especially because every industry behaves differently. Like
Mhm.
soccer players are really different from music artists, and really different from TV anchors.
As you try to scale your company both by yourself and with your other team members, what would you say are some traits that you look for either in yourself or others for a good leader?
Well, it's important that is self-motivated. That yeah, someone that uh, they don't they're not afraid of working long hours. Uh, that but you don't have to ask them to do it. It's just natural, you know. Um, someone that receives feedback and incorporates feedback. I believe that feedbacks and humility is really, really important for a leader. Like you need to understand when you don't know how to do something, and you need to understand when to raise the hand and when to delegate, uh, because you cannot do everything by yourself, and you cannot ask uh, like people that work under you to do everything for you. And so it's important to understand what to delegate and what not, and to uh, give example. And if you want people to be connected, then you have to be connected, and you have to show that you care, and you have to show that you're working harder than them.
So you must work a lot of hours, and those hours must be spread throughout the course of the day because your entire team is spread out throughout the world. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have a ballpark of how many hours you put in per week?
Oof, I don't know, but at least 15 hours per day. That's more than
Mhm.
100 hours per week.
And do you consider that sane?
Yeah, we have fun.
Okay.
We try to mix things, and to like have a balance. Like it's not all about work. We also do a lot of social bonding, and we do like Zoom parties and stuff. Yeah.
And are you the who's the one who coordinates all that?
Eh, it I think it comes natural. Like I have arranged several of the socials of Famosos. Yeah, but like everyone in the team, like if we spend 2 weeks without doing some social life, they're like, hey, we haven't done social life in a while, let's do this, and they propose.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, it's
Do you
really
have any
cool.
advice that you'd like to give either early stage founders or soon to be founders who are watching this episode?
Well, yeah, the first advice is to like don't be afraid to ask for help. Uh, Try to get as many advisors as you can. Uh, Talk with as many people as you can about your business. Like the hard thing about your business is not the idea, but the execution. So yeah, so even if you think that you have a great idea and that it's something that nobody has thought of, you are the one that's executing it, and that's your advantage. So ask for help because when you ask for help, you open doors and you find new things.
Okay. And I just want to say I'm been grateful for your time this past hour. I just want to end our call on just one final question. What's our
Of course.
best way for our viewers to get in touch with you or follow along in your journey?
Well, you can search me on LinkedIn, and I can respond on LinkedIn, or you can write me an email to heinz@famosos.com.
And we'll have those on the landing page. Thanks again for your time today, Heinz.
Awesome. Thank you, David.